Today on Cityline, we're decking the halls, the porch, the tree, and even your fireplace.
I think I like it more than decorating your tree because you can get really creative.
Making your mantle memorable.
And I found this ice bucket, believe it or not, like a champagne bucket.
I'm just looking for the champagne. Then it's time to elevate your ornaments.
It is creating cocktails in ornaments.
And later, DIY projects that take gift wrapping to another level.
I want that gift topper to be something that people keep forever.
Gorgeous gift toppers you can make yourself.
I expect all of you guys to make this when you get home because it is so easy and so adorable.
It's Cityline with Tracy Moore.
Shoes expire in about 60 minutes, so we better get the show started. Aren't they pretty? Welcome to Cityline, everyone. We are decking the halls today from top to bottom, from your mantle to your tabletop and your tree. This is your one-stop shop. So we are starting at your front door with our outdoor expert, who's exactly where he loves to be, outdoors. Hey, Carson Arthur! What a beautiful front of your house. And you know, this is like my favorite house, even though I don't live there. I love it at your place. It is gorgeous. You put a lot of work into your space. And that's why we want to talk about what we're going to talk about right now. We are putting him to a 60-minute front door makeover challenge. That's right. Carson, you ready?
Let's go. Start the clocks. I am ready to make this happen.
So we know how important that front door is. It's the welcome. It's sort of what people see first when they are at your house. You're going to be talking about paint, and I'm just wondering, like, is it not too late to paint outside?
Well, yeah, first of all, yeah, it is the first impression. This is the first thing people see when they come to your house. It's also the last thing people see when they leave for the evening. So all those guests, this makes the last impression. So it's really important to really step it up for the holidays. And what I like to do at this time of year is give it a little paint job. Now, before people panic and say it's too cold, most paints nowadays will actually dry when the temperatures are at least above 4 degrees Celsius. And a pro tip for you, with all of your metal planters and metal details, if you take them inside before you paint them to heat them up, then bring them outside, you can paint right away, and the heat that's actually held in the metal will help your paint dry. So you can make it all nice and fresh and sparkly just in time for the holidays.
Okay, well, I guarantee that you were the right man for this job, and we are going to let you get started. You've got a 60-minute makeover on the way. Carson, thank you. We'll check in on you in a bit and see how it's going. Yeah, get spraying. Now, from the front door to your mantle, we've got you covered with the one, the only Sarah Gunn. Hi, you. Gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, so I'm excited about the mantle. I don't think I'm as excited as you are, though, because this is your pièce de résistance at your house. You love to do your mantle.
I do. You know, I think I like it more than decorating your tree because you can get really creative. You can switch it up way more every year, or even maybe during the season if you want to.
Yes.
Right?
Sometimes you'd want it to be Christmassy or holiday at some point, and then you want it to say winter after that, right?
Right.
I don't care if it's Christmas all the way till June, but some people are picky about this stuff. So you have 3 ideas and 3 sort of different themes that we can use for our mantle. They're all gorgeous because it's Sarah Gunn. The first theme is au naturel.
Yeah, so this is actually the look that if you came into my house, this is kind of the look that I would have in my home because it is sort of more seasonal than holiday, so I can leave it up for a really long time. And a really nice base to start with is, of course, a garland. And this is just a bunch of branches, greenery, and then with some berries tucked in. And
this is Gunn & Co, by the way.
This is Gunn & Co.
So this is Sarah's company.
It is.
You make like the best garland, the best faux everything.
And yeah, you can buy
really
it all together as a set, so it's really easy to DIY. And I think it adds a nice base to whatever your style is.
Yeah.
And then you want to add a little something big with some height to the center. So Jacob and I, my 16-year-old son, believe it or not, love to go antique shopping together. And we go through the store. I know, it's so fun.
You hold on to that.
I know.
That's so nice.
I love it so much because
Yeah.
I need a little shopping buddy. So
Totally.
we'll go through, we look for very different things, but
Yeah.
we'll each take photos of everything we're interested in. And then at the end of the day, we'll flip through our phone and look and see what we need to keep. And so this
Yeah.
had to come home with me on one of our trips. It was down in Niagara. I just thought it was
beautiful.
so pretty. And then again, adding that greenery for some height, tying it in with the berries that are the same as the garland.
Yeah.
And then you want to balance the look on either side. So it's simple. I mean, most of us have candlesticks at home.
Right.
So just swap out your candles. This one's a little crooked. And I pulled in the blue, from the center to bring it over to this side.
Nice.
And then over by you, Trace, I just have a bowl on a pedestal with ornaments,
Yeah.
and they're sort of the colors of the sky and the snow. So to me, that could stay out all season long, but if you wanted to switch it up, that's where you could change it up. You could put pine cones in there,
Yeah.
little mini gifts or something like that, and then you just kind of keep refreshing it throughout the season.
That's beautiful. I mean, you could even use like a cake platter for this. Like whatever
Yes.
you have that might elevate, and I know you have a lot of
I
cake
have a
plates.
couple.
You got a few, yes. You've been collecting them for a long time.
Yes.
So this is gorgeous. I love the blue. I think it's a really lovely, maybe non-traditional way to do the holidays. I
Right.
love blues. But you've got another setup, and that is silver and gold.
Yes, so
let's do that
I
one.
want to show you how you can just remove a few elements and create a totally different look. So
We know mixing metallics, mixing metals is always
Yes.
going to be a thing, and it's in fashion, and it is in decor, and
It
it always
is.
sort of gives it a little bit of luxe.
yes, and so we're going to start off with this. You've already placed something there too that I think is so beautiful. We want to
Nice.
add height to the center again, and this time I found this ice bucket, believe it or not, like a champagne bucket from
gorgeous.
HomeSense, and I filled it with more greenery, and this time I've just added in some gold berries to bring that silver and gold theme to life.
Nice.
You've got some larger ornaments there.
I'm just looking for the champagne.
I know, that's after the show, Trace. And then you're
That's
just gonna
later.
swap out your candles
Yeah.
for just a simple white. You could do silver or gold in here as well if you wanted to just keep the look going.
Nice.
And then get some really oversized ornaments. I love that you can find so many unique looks in stores now,
wanna
and you
give me
want to
one
just
more?
yes, and you mix and match those silver and golds in different sizes, and you sort of nestle them in and amongst the greenery here, and you have such a sophisticated, elegant look.
Let's go, nestle. Come on. Okay,
There you go.
Very
That's
nice. Oh, the whole thing. I feel like this is my jam. Yeah, like it's
I can
very.
see this in your house.
It's very. It's elevated, but it's still simple. It's not too much. Okay, well, you've got one more idea for us.
Yes.
That's home for the holidays. Sounds a little bit more traditional.
Well, I think it's a little more fun. You know
little
what?
more fun.
I'm obsessed with those holiday villages. You know
Yes.
that we all saw when we were kids?
Yes.
So we're going to do sort of an elevated version of that.
I think
first-
what's good to think about, and I remember being reminded of this when Sandra Patana was on the show, and she was
Yes.
decorating my house. She was like, "You might want sophisticated, but you have kids.
Yes.
Let your decor reflect that.
It should be fun.
It should be fun.
It should be fun. So
you
this
know?
look is definitely fun.
So this is fun. This is cute for the kids.
So we are going to recreate a Hallmark
look at
storefront
this.
with all of these gorgeous, gorgeous buildings. Now these are from Anthropology, but the interesting thing about them, it's actually, thank
Sorry,
you,
let's
thank
just-
you. They're
There we
designed by a
go.
Canadian artist, and so I think
Beautiful.
that is so special. And you can get different designs every year, and then you've got your little downtown where the couple's going to meet and fall in love in
Always.
2 days.
And there needs to be a
Right?
red pickup truck and a dog.
Yeah, always.
Come on.
Always.
And she needs to be from the big
And-
city, and she's now in a small town.
And a mean boss.
And a mean boss.
There needs to be- the mean
She's
boss has to show
overworked.
up.
She's looking for simplicity.
Right.
And she comes back to
And
this.
she's going to find it
They're
right
gonna
here.
fall in love.
Obviously.
Yes.
Especially when they see this little village. So I've got
Totally.
this snow just to finish off the look, and I think this is so much fun. It's colorful.
This
it's
is so
happy.
cute.
It's something, yeah, you're right. The kids, I mean, I would have stood at this for hours when I was a kid and just pretended that I lived in this little village.
Me too. And then maybe even get my dolls involved.
Oh,
This would have
yes.
been a real vibe for Mini Tracy, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And it's
That's so nice.
A modern take.
A modern take, but 3 very distinct ways to do a beautiful mantle. I see why you're excited about it. Thank you, Sarah. So, lovely theme. Sarah's going to come back with some holiday table decor a little bit later in the show. For now, though, we're going to break. Stay with us, everybody. Coming up, tree trinkets good enough to eat.
This donut literally looks like you and I could eat it right now. It looks fabulous.
gotta love Christmas tree ornaments. They are a true highlight of the festive season. They can get anyone excited, and they are very trendy and in style. So to talk to us about some really unique tree trinkets, we've got Daniel Reyes Cocka here.
Hello.
Just subtly doing the elf thing.
Very quiet Christmas lover over here. I'm not at
Super
all
quiet.
excited for the holiday season.
You have brought such good ornaments, things I've
you.
never seen before, and people are having a lot of fun with their ornaments online and in your home. So we're going to start with a few from local Canadian companies, and I
Yes.
love that you bring us great Canadian brands.
Yeah, I'm all about support local. I think it's really
Yeah.
important. Coming out of the pandemic, I really leaned in on that trend. So I found 3
Yes.
Canadian brands that ship across the country, so I love that.
Okay.
We have the Tin Barn Market, we have
Okay.
Retro Festive, and we have Everyday Joy. And I love to personalize my Christmas tree every year, switch it up a little bit, right? Every year I try to add a new ornament as well. So if you've got like really fun things, I mean, I'm living for the toilet paper. I think that
Ooh.
that's hilarious.
Is that COVID era?
Right? That's times maybe we don't want to remember, but we'll
Right?
romanticize with an ornament.
Totally.
We have some nostalgia. So hanging in front of you are actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I remember
them
these
from my
guys.
youth, and now, of course, there's several iterations later.
Yes.
We have Canadiana. You can do like ketchup chips and Cheetos, like so Canadian. I love that. And then, of course, you have all these fabulous little animals that you can get, like kids of all ages, right? I love to say that.
Yes.
I'm a kid at heart, so I love the llamas and the little mice doing things. I think it's very, very cute.
Oh my gosh, they're loving it. They're so cute.
Yeah,
like
they're
these furry
gorgeous.
little animals.
So
and
fun.
all really lovely that they are from Canadian makers, which is awesome, or Canadian companies. So your next set of trinkets are actually sustainable.
Yeah, so World Wildlife Fund Canada, WWF Canada, creates these little ornaments every year. They're wrapped in paper, and they're actually seeds. So I
Okay.
love that. There's 2 different ornaments available this year. One is a bee pollinator one. So, of course, it's important to support the pollinators of the world.
Yes.
So it's going to be sunflower seeds. And then the other
Nice.
one is actually local for Southern Ontario. Now, of course, you can grow it in other places, but it was thought through, and it's actually milk thistle, which is great for butterflies and caterpillars.
Yeah.
So these make for great stocking stuffers. They make great tree trimmers. I love the idea that it's also something to do in the spring as well. Something to look forward to.
Very nice. So if you order them, they will give you the seed that's going to work in your area.
That's exactly right.
I think that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And it's indigenous source seeds too, which I love that story as well.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's nice for the eco-conscious out there. Social media. We always are looking at social media for
Always.
what is new and hot and happening. And of course, they're into ornaments, but what kind?
Oh, it's the kind that you and I are going to love. So this is perfect for your office party. This is perfect for family get-togethers.
Yeah.
It is creating cocktails in ornaments.
Oh.
So this is really smart. Now,
Yeah.
I love a good little whiskey cocktail at an office party. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
But you would hang the ornaments on the tree and have them take them off. Now, I'm going to show you. It's very simple. I used plastic. You can use glass. Of course, be mindful not to put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
They're not tempered for that. But
Okay.
you just have your guests pick what they want off the tree.
Yeah.
And then you would just pour it into the glass. You can have ice. You can serve it
That's
straight up as is. I
awesome.
love this idea so much. I think it's a lot of fun.
This is
Yeah.
so cool,
Very,
and I
very
know you
cool.
just chose the cocktail that matches your nails.
Of course.
You
Well,
totally did.
I've put a little thought into today's
Right?
That's right. That's right.
You know what's cool about that too is it makes a party more interactive. If you come in and right away the host is like, go to the tree, go get a drink, and your
Exactly.
drink is hanging on the tree, that's
Yeah.
really cute and it's an icebreaker. I think that's
That's
lovely.
also good for the kids as well, right? Make some fun
Yes.
cocktail or some
Yeah,
mocktails.
Kool-Aid. We're not talking about the drinks for the kids. They're like, really?
You can
them
definitely have a
some
lot
of
of fun.
their
Different
favorite-
juices, different food
Yes.
colorings, all the things that you need for the holidays.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about your next ornaments, which you absolutely love.
Okay, so personalization, personalization, personalization.
Yes.
We all know that Canadian Tire is Canada's Christmas store. They have a
Yes.
new online gift registry this year that you can actually share with your family. So
Okay.
think about like bridal showers, all those sorts of things, baby
Yes.
showers. Now you can do Christmas that way.
Okay.
So I added some of my favorite ornaments from Canadian Tire from their canvas collection. So we have a fabulous new rainbow shoe, which I
Love
think is
it.
amazing. A little laptop, because I'm always on my laptop. It's with me everywhere I
He
go.
works hard.
This donut literally looks like you and I could eat it right now. It looks fabulous. And then,
Don't
of
do
course,
that, though.
No, please don't do that. Don't eat your ornaments. That's right. And then, of course, some sushi for my husband. He loves the sushi, so I love that that's going to be his little stocking stuffer.
Sushi.
So cute.
If you've got sushi lovers in your life, that is so nice as a gift.
Yeah.
Put that on a gift when you're giving it
Perfect
a
host
hostess gift.
I'm telling
That's
you,
really
we're
lovely.
on the same page. I love it.
Okay, some other funky ornaments you want to mention?
Yeah, of course. So Tim Hortons obviously every year comes out with their ornaments. This year it's all about the snowmen. I love that so much. I also love that there's a little satchel of hot chocolate that you can hang as an ornament, which is like a paper ornament, but it also
Lovely.
has something yummy on the inside. Fabulous options for the holidays.
These are so lovely, and I think they make a really good gift. They even have a to and from at the back, so I think that's lovely. Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You always bring amazingly unique trinkets to us. Everyone is going to go home with a Tim Hortons gift card to get your own ornament and a fabulous trinket from the Tin Barn Market. They're so cute.
I love it. I love it
See
so
you
much.
after the break. We'll be right back.
I literally am obsessed with these.
Coming up, DIY gift toppers that also double as fashion.
You could even make this like a tree garland on your tree.
Yes.
And a little hat.
Or you could even do that.
Or
like
I can
it's
even
jaunty.
put it on a headband.
Yeah, very nice. You, yes, you. I've got a seat in Cityline's audience waiting just for you. Head to cityline.tv/tickets to go behind the scenes with your favorite experts, the chance at great giveaways, plus all the unexpected fun of bringing Cityline to your screens. What are you waiting for? Go click. We can't wait to see you. Welcome back, everyone. You know, one of the best parts of the holiday season is giving, and whether you throw it in a bag or wrap it with the perfect bow, adding a gift topper adds that extra touch. Here with some yarn-inspired toppers is crochet and knit designer April Kalou. Looking like a boss in red. Oh, I love that color. So you've got some great toppers for us. Do you go all out with your gift wrapping? Is this your thing?
I go all out. This is my thing. First of all, I wrap myself like a present, obviously, when I'm talking about presents. I am a fan of gift wrapping. I am not a fan, that was funny, of gift buying. I don't like gift buying. I'm not interested. My husband does the buying. Yeah, he does all the buying, and he brings the gifts, and I wrap everything.
Can
so
I
if you
tell
guys
them
have
the
gifts,
secret?
I'll wrap them all.
They actually, he buys her clothes even. He's a good shopper.
He does, he does.
Yeah, Kevin's amazing.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah, he's like, this is what you're wearing on Cityline. Here it is.
Thanks, Kev.
And I was like, thank you.
Thank
and I put it on, and I came. Okay. Came
so
to work.
he buys the thing, you wrap it.
I wrap it.
And then you put the toppers on, which you make.
Yes, I do. And they're always
beautiful.
dual purpose because my gift toppers are always ornaments. Oh. So, you know, you're ripping the gift and you're taking the paper and you're throwing it in the garbage, but I want that gift topper to be something that people keep forever and they love it. And this gnome has been very popular in with my family and friends. And I've made a bunch of them. I'm going to show you how to make them. And I expect all of you guys to make this when you get home because it is so easy and so adorable. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so we are going to cut 1 inch of a cardboard roll just like this. This is going to be the bottom of the hat. You're going to choose a yarn color. We're doing red today because it's about Santa.
Thank you.
You can pick any color you want. That will be the hat. You're going to fold this in half.
Okay.
Then you're going to loop this right through the cardboard roll like this. And then the looped end is you're going to put your fingers through there and just pull the ends through and then just pull it tight. And then once you do that, you're going to just push them together so they go tightly together, just like that.
Okay.
So really easy. It does not take long, I promise you. I saved us some time.
Ooh.
Here is a finished one. This was about 45 yarn strands, which didn't take long. It takes about, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe to do this. It really doesn't take long for this part. Now we're going to do the fun part. So I want you to stuff all of this to the other side. All those yarn strands to the other side because we are forming the hat.
Oh, and
right
the hat
now.
is well, I was going to say it's the cutest thing, but actually his furry little body is
Like, it's all cute. It's
But I
100% cute all over.
This is good. Now you've got the rim of the hat, the whole collar.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, we are going to shape this hat very quickly.
Okay.
So we are going to double knot it right here. And this is going to form the shape of the hat. Aren't I skilled? I can tie knots in these nails.
With
Do you
those
notice?
nails.
It's amazing.
Super impressed.
Okay, then, do you like my scissors? Aren't
They're
they beautiful?
beautiful.
You know when people are like, can I borrow your scissors? I'm like, no.
No.
No, can't borrow these.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so you're gonna trim off the top. You need some very sharp scissors for this. It just makes it just so much easier
And
to
that's
do.
the little
Look at this,
pom-pom
the
at
little
top.
pom-pom's already done. And I'm not wasting anything in this DIY. You're gonna stuff all these ends in here to shape this little hat.
Smart.
Look at that.
That's so
okay,
good.
and just to stop this DIY and pause for a minute, this in itself right here, guys, is an ornament, is a gift topper in itself. Look how cute this is. You could even make this like a tree garland on your tree.
Yes.
And a little hat.
Or you could even do that.
Or
like
I can
it's
even
jaunty.
put it on a headband.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, so you're gonna give a gnome a beard color. What is the beard color you're choosing today?
Let's make him fluffy white.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take some hot glue. You're just gonna put it on the rim. You're going to put it right there, and then you're gonna choose a little nose.
So it's cold out.
Yep, it's cold out. Got a little pink nose, and that's it. You glue it, and it looks just like that over there.
So this is what you end up with, and this is the cutest little topper. Who wouldn't want to keep that?
It's
okay,
so
beautiful.
adorable.
Very talented.
So
Moving
fast.
right along.
Moving right along to personalization.
Yes.
I know Danielle talked about that. It is so popular. When you go in a store and you see things with names on it, you want to look for stuff. You're looking for your family and friends' names. And we're very lucky because we're Tracy and April, and we find our stuff.
Sometimes I get Tracy spelt wrong, but
with
still,
an E,
there's a
okay?
Tracy. Yes.
PSA, her name does not have
That's
an E.
wrong.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna go at home and you're gonna go print some block letters.
Okay.
And we want the blockiest of block, okay? We don't want Times New Roman or Comic Sans, I don't know, Comic Sans, whatever it's called.
Never.
Yes, never. So block letters, we are gonna trace this onto cardboard.
Okay.
And I've done Eva, Sydney, Tracy, Leo. Do you know those people?
Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh, it's your family.
Very
and then we cut them out
sweet.
of cardboard, and we are going to wrap yarn around these letters. So God bless Leo for the L, because that's the easiest one.
Oh, thank you, Leo.
It's the L. We're just going to fasten the yarn on it with just some good old tape. You're going to wind this. This is perfect for kids. There are no rules for this DIY. And then a cool thing that I really found that really worked, because I did some trial and error here to make sure it doesn't unravel, is I added a little bit of hot glue just at the end of this letter here of Eva's E, which really secures the yarn. It doesn't unwind.
We'll just
and
show
I
her
just
here.
fastened it right off.
That's smart. And then, it's not going to... See, the tiniest little piece of glue there, which is amazing. But look at these.
And you can use them on your tree after. Just put them on your tree. You can make them for everyone. They're just so cute.
Very nice.
I know we don't have much time, but I have to show this because it's
You got one more.
Okay, you're still wrapping. You're doing that for Leo.
It's
You're
fun.
so nice.
It's kind of fun.
So nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is looks pretty boring.
Yeah.
You know, it just has some green
Actually
yarn
looks
wrapped around
good.
it. I've attached it at the back with Scotch tape, so don't look at the back because it doesn't look nice.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you the magic of what's going to happen. So can you hold this for me?
Yep, sure.
All right. So here we go. Watch this.
Oh, it's a tree.
Look how cute that is! And it actually stays really tight.
That's
and I went and found some
beautiful.
jewels. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Look how gorgeous this is.
Oh,
look at that.
That's pretty.
It's so easy. I just used some hot glue, just glued on these jewels.
That's
and it's
gorgeous.
A perfect little tree.
That's really, really lovely, Apes. I love that. Now that your gifts are wrapped, we're going to move along to the front door. We need to check in with Carson. He's on a tight schedule today. Carson, how is it going?
I am ahead of schedule, believe it or not. I was waiting for you guys.
Well, look at that. Now we finally caught up to you. So you're making some good headway there. You've made some good progress. This guy's a pro. He knows what he's doing. Talk to me a little bit about what you've done.
All right, so I've got the first planter made here, Tracy, and I'm going to show you my little tips and tricks on how to make this for your own front door, because 90% of the stuff in my planter came from my garden, so I saved a lot of money. But there are a few things that you should be prepared for. The first is when you're putting them into the planter themselves, don't put all the soil down into the planter. Instead, put it into a plastic pot like this. That way, it protects the planter if you have any freezing issues. Next, you want to add some of this floral foam. Now, I've got lots of leftover floral foam from all of the arrangements that I've received over the years. I just kept saving it. You're going to pack this all in here like this. And there's a reason why you want to do that. The floral foam is going to hold a lot of your big greenery, specifically your dogwood. And I'm going to pull some of these out of here. These are huge, but I want it to be a big effect. So I'm going to stuff it down in there like that.
Okay, so you've
Another
got the,
one.
Yeah.
Building it up nice and big here.
So we know we start in the center and give it some height, and then you've got to work all the way around it to fill it in. I think that floral foam is the piece that a lot of us are missing, because it doesn't stay, right?
Well, it's such an easy thing, especially if you've got leftovers, and it doesn't hurt that I have a flower shop now, so I've got lots and lots of it available. So this is about as high as I want to go with my red. And what's going to happen now, Tracy, is when we actually get cold, cold weather, the floral foam, because I've kept it wet, is going to freeze, and it's going to lock all of my plants, including the dogwood, into place. So now I don't have to worry about wind blowing it or inclement weather. The next thing I like to do is add my red, because, you know, it's all about the red for me. If it's not in buffalo plaid, it's got to be in berries. So I'm going to put lots of red down the center here.
Is there any fear of the actual plants freezing, though, Cars?
Not really. I mean, the pot is the bigger thing that you have to protect. These plants have already gone dormant. They've been cut. It's not them that you need to worry about. But if you're using a ceramic planter or plastic and the soil goes inside and the soil freezes and expands, that's where it's going to split your pots. You'll spend a lot of money replacing those planters, which is why instead I like to use metal, or I use that plastic liner because it's going to save all of your expensive pottery.
All right, Carson, we're going to leave you to it. You're doing well. You're ahead of schedule. You got lots to build out there, and you're doing a great job. We're going to check in again a little bit later. For everyone else, we'll see you on the other side. We're going to break. Coming up, creating beautiful tablescapes for the holidays.
Santa Claus really is coming to town. He's going in the middle of our table. So
And he
that
needs
just sort of
some
holds him in
support.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't we all?
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. It is time to gather around the table and celebrate the season with a festive tablescape idea, and I'm always looking for new ideas. Sarah Gunn, that's why you're here with us. So every season it's sort of, what can we do now that might be a little bit different but still look incredible and opulent? You've got a theme behind your table setting today.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to sort of bring a smile to everyone's face when they come to the table this year. So the theme for this one is Santa Claus is coming to town.
Ooh, so
Right?
it's fun, it's young, it's a little whimsy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think this one's a lot of fun.
So it's already beautiful. Like, for some reason, I think of candy when I think of this whole thing. But let's start with the tablecloth.
Yeah, it definitely has those colors. And I know I've said this before, but I love using blankets instead of tablecloths.
Yes.
The patterns are way prettier. The colors are often prettier. The size is right.
Yeah.
The texture feels really, really, really nice.
So soft.
And the price point is often a lot better, too. So all
Yes.
around, like, just go look in your blanket section when you're trying to dress your table.
It's a very smart piece of advice.
Yeah.
Less expensive. We love that.
Right?
Now, are we going to set the table?
Yes, let's start with the centerpiece.
Let's do the centerpiece.
Okay, so got an oversized container here, this fluted metal
That's already
bowl, which
gorgeous.
is so pretty.
Yeah.
You could use a basket for this if you have something at home, like kind of shop your house for this sort of look too.
Yeah.
And then I filled it with a little bit of paper because Santa Claus really is coming to town. He's going in the middle of our table. So
And he
that
needs
just sort of
some
holds him in
support.
place. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just, don't we all?
Yeah.
That's like Santa's Spanx right there. And then, because he brings presents,
Yes.
we're just going to tuck in a bunch of little gifts all around inside to fill the container. And these can be real gifts that you're going to give to your guests. They can be
Or they
fake
can be
gifts,
faux.
like what we have right here. There could even have little games in them or something for you to do. If this is a kid's table or something, they could
This
unwrap and play
feels
some
like
games.
a ring. Is this an engagement right now? Is there a proposal about to...
I don't know if I get done on one knee, I might not be able to get back up again.
Listen, I want to bring your attention to all these Santas, brown Santa, black Santa. Sarah was the first one that got me like inclusive Santa wrapping paper years ago, and
Yeah.
now it's become a tradition. You usually get it for me, but this one you made.
I did make this one.
How did you do that?
With my iPad.
That's amazing.
I drew the Santas and changed their skin tone and print. You can print your own paper.
Well, add that to the list of things you sell at your company.
I think I
'cause
might
people
have
would want
to.
that. My kids absolutely love that wrapping paper, and I think that's lovely.
That makes me so happy.
So a beautiful centerpiece.
Yes.
Like, that's gorgeous. It's doing what it needs to do, and then it's fun. Like, my eyes are dancing thinking there might be real gifts in there. Like, the kids will behave at dinner, right?
But some of them have been wrapped for a while. There might be if you want to open
There
one later.
might
I don't even know
be.
what's in some of those. Yeah.
So now we're going to set the table.
Yes, so for the place
Yeah.
settings, we're going to start with these gorgeous
these are
chargers.
beautiful.
Now, they've got this really subtle wreath detail on it, which I love. I mean, I could think you could use these as a plate because wouldn't your gravy just stay in place if you had a little edge around your plate? I mean, it's a little greedy, but
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to
That's
use it
perfect.
as a charger. And then I found these really soft, sort of minty blue scalloped edge plates.
gorgeous.
Believe it or not, these were from the grocery store, so they're very
Ooh.
inexpensive. Yes.
But they are real. They're not melamine.
They're real.
Not melamine.
Oh yeah, it's all the real deal.
They're real.
And then I've paired that again. We want to add that sort of fun factor to every place setting. So we've got these really sweet
nice.
holiday pattern dishes with the same scalloped edge, which is so pretty.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes. So we add all of that in, and then some gorgeous gold flatware, and this is from Canadian company Fable. It just adds a little bit of that holiday sparkle to each place setting, which is
Yeah.
really nice.
Gorgeous. I love the gold.
Me
You're the
too.
one that actually first got me into the gold.
That's good.
You can do it upside down because you were a teacher for many years.
I had to think about it for a second.
Yeah, I can't do
like
that.
Left, right, left, right.
That is beautiful.
Nice.
Okay, now we've got some glassware.
Yes, so again, have fun with that too. So we've got the colors that we're pulling from the tablecloth and from the centerpiece, and the dinnerware in your glassware. So it's just a lot of fun. Add a couple there,
Beautiful.
one for water, one for wine.
Yeah.
And
Maybe this should be on this side.
yes.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what are we missing?
I like to add a little personal detail to each place setting. So
Okay.
just something to make it feel a little bit special. So again, we've got napkins. We're gonna make a mess, it's
Nice.
Christmas dinner. But instead of using a traditional napkin ring, I've got these ornaments. These are from Gunn & Co. They're clay ornaments, but again, you could use any ornament that might fit your theme.
Yeah.
Wrap it in a ribbon, and then you're just gonna tuck it around your napkin.
And that becomes your napkin holder.
And that becomes your napkin ring.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
beautiful.
am doing a terrible job of this right now.
I'm
but
happy
the other
you did
ones
mine
look really
for me.
good.
Thank you.
And then you're just going to place those on each place setting, and then that's just a little gift for your guests to take home so that they can remember
Yeah.
the great meal that somebody else cooked at your house.
Absolutely. Sarah, this is gorgeous. You know, you can go all out and set a beautiful table like this, but we know everybody's busy this time of year. Sometimes you just need to order a pizza for dinner. So we have a lucky audience today because everyone's going to take home a $25 pizza gift card. Go get some pizza. Get some pizza on us. We're going to head to break. See you on the other side, everyone. Stay with us. I love
pizza.
this. So cute. Oh, I love pizza too. Coming up, we're checking in on our 60-minute porch makeover.
You want people to be excited to go inside your house because that's where all the good stuff is.
Welcome back, everyone. Carson has been working away at a beautiful front door holiday makeover. Time is running out, but I feel like you got this covered, Carson. You were ahead of time before. Are you almost done?
It's 60 minutes to deliver a front door and 3 weeks to plan it, but we're really close. We're almost there.
Okay, I see you've added some greenery. Talk to me about what you've added to the door.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of cedar roping around because I really like the way it frames the door. But as you can see, I'm holding a wreath in my hand, and this is my favorite hack for all those people out there because the cost of wreaths has gone way up over the last little while. This little guy, still $35, but some of the big ones, $120, $160. I saw one the other day that was $400. So we're not going to spend that on the wreath today, but what I am going to show you is how to cheat, which is all about the backside. Now you'll see on the backside of the wreath, it has a wire frame. And what I've been doing is I've been sticking dogwood into the frame, just tucking it in there so it locks in nice and tight, but I'm adding a ton of greenery around the wreath itself so that now, even though it's the least expensive wreath, it's going to be big and full when I'm done. After that, when I flip it over and I've got all my dogwood filling the empty space, I'm going to start adding things like little berries. And these little berries actually came from the dogwood itself. So I'm going to start working some berries in my color palette. And at the end of it, when it's all built, I'm going to add a nice big red bow for that big impact that I'm looking for.
That is such a good idea. Just add greenery to the less expensive wreath. I want to know, if you're dealing with real greenery, is there a way to keep it from going brown?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Outside, it's a little easier. Outside, you're just going to use a spray bottle and you're just going to keep misting it with water. If it starts feeling a little dry, the plant will actually absorb the water droplets and kind of rehydrate it. When you're inside, though, you don't want to be spraying this around things like wood mantelpieces because that'll actually cause water droplets to damage your wood. So inside, same thing applies, misting, but take your wreath or your mantelpiece off of wherever it's sitting, take it over to the kitchen sink, run it under some fresh, cold, clean water, and that's all it needs.
Okay, now can you show me more of the planter that you did? I didn't see the finished because when we left, you weren't finished building the whole thing, but show us.
What do you think? So this is my planter on the one side. I've got the second one on the other side, nice, big, and beautiful. But what's really happening is you're seeing the dogwood creating this arch over my head. Now I'm 6'5". These are some big pieces of dogwood, but it really creates that intimate entrance, which is what you're looking for. You want people to be excited to go inside your house because that's where all the good stuff is.
Yeah, I love that. I love the idea of sort of centering and showcasing that door and putting everything around that door so it just looks a little bit more grand. You're doing a great job, Carson. You're good. So we're going to go to break, and the final reveal is coming up. So hurry up and get working, because you got to be done when I come back, okay? We're going to break, everyone. Be right back. Come on out! Ready to unleash a brand new you?
Wow, I feel like $1 million.
Cityline's Glam Squad wants to give you the makeover of your dreams. Head to cityline.tv and click on the makeover tab, or just scan the code on your screen. Oh my goodness! Your new look is only a click away. Welcome back. You know, we've been checking in with Carson in his 60-minute front door holiday makeover. This was his task, and now it is time for the final reveal. Carson, let's see it.
You ready? I want to point out I didn't even break a sweat, but here we go.
Beautiful. That is so nice. Once we got the wide shot of it all, like you can see the beautiful garland going up the two columns. You want to walk us through your gorgeous transformation?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tracy, the best part of this transformation is the budget. So I'm going to walk you through the numbers. So this is my $35 wreath. I have one garland here, one on each side. Each of these garlands were about $20. I have all the clippings from my own shrubbery to fill the space. I added some magnolia leaves, a couple of berries, the entire makeover, including the can of paint to finish off the urns, less than 150 bucks.
Woo! Now that's impressive. Okay, is there anything that was challenging about this transformation, or any tips you would give us, things that you wouldn't do the next time, or little things that we might not think is obvious but you might want to tell us about?
Well, there's a few things that I want to make sure everybody notices within the space. Yeah, I used a lot of greenery, and it will all go in the composter afterwards, so it's not like I'm taking it out of nature. I used it out of my garden, but the parts that I like the best are the little personal touches, like this little guy here. I added little bits of whimsy, little things that mean something to me that actually pull the space together. This is my front door. This represents my home. I don't want people coming in and thinking it's a sterile space. I want it to be fun. I want people to laugh and to be smiling when they come in the door, but at the same time, I want it to be environmentally friendly, which is why I went with real greenery throughout, because I know that when I'm done with it, it's going to go back to nature.
So we've talked about this before. What makes more sense? Do we go faux, or do we try and do real and sort of mine the earth for what it's got? What would you say, Carson? Is it better to just stick to real if you can?
Yeah, these types of plants, other than from my garden, but everything like the wreath and the garland, are grown by farmers. They're not going out into the wild and taking away from nature. They're growing these plants specifically for the purpose of Christmas holiday decorations. So it's not like we're actually taking out of nature to use these in our space, but at the same time, because they won't end up in the landfill, they're not going to be actually causing a problem after we're done with it. When it comes to artificial or faux material, unless you're using it repeatedly for at least 10 years, the carbon footprint on those items is actually worse than going the natural route.
Of course I'm using it for more than 10 years. I don't throw anything out. I feel like I'm being good to the environment. I'll have my tree for a lifetime. Like, I don't understand people that keep adding new faux trees. Like, just use the one faux tree you got. It's good enough. Carson, gorgeous transformation. We're very inspired. Now maybe I will go home and actually take my ferns from the spring and put in some Christmas urns. I think it's probably time. That is so good. Listen, we're not done just yet. Here at Cityline, we embrace the joy of giving, and so do our friends over at TSC. And one lucky audience member will be leaving with this Skin Impact LED age-defying system valued at $699. Wow! If you want one for someone on your list, shop the show. Scan the QR code right there on your screen, because, yeah, that is a very good gift. All right, come on in, experts. Do you notice that Carson had the buffalo plaid on the bench?
I saw it right away. It's a little bit of you, it's a little bit of me,
right?
It's a little bit of him.
But I love the little personalization, so you can go there anytime.
Done.
I mean, you
We're good
match
friends,
the
actually.
house.
Yeah.
Now, while the holidays are lovely, and we love to talk about them on Cityline ad nauseum, things can go wrong. Sometimes things go wrong. There's this big build-up to the holidays, and so sometimes things go sideways, and we wanted to talk about the good stuff, which we've done throughout the show, and now I want to talk about the bad stuff. I want to talk about your worst holiday experiences, if you've had any, because these stories are often the funniest. Have you had a bad holiday,
Yeah, I tried
Daniel?
to not remember it. When I moved to Toronto about 10 years
Blocked it
ago,
out?
yeah, I tried to not relive that day. I decided to move on Christmas, actually.
You moved?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I got to get to Toronto. And I said, Christmas Day, that was the day I was going to do it. So I drove all night in a snowstorm, and I moved on Christmas, and that was pretty awful. I was doing it by myself, too.
You were by yourself.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, was anyone else in the gutter with you for this
Not even
bad
a little
decision?
bit. Santa, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe Santa. So the move got done, and
It
then
did.
what? Did you open a can of soup and drink it from the can? Like, what'd you do?
Well, it was grape soup in a bottle. But yeah, same thing. Same thing. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Grape soup in a bottle with a straw. That's a good one. Yeah, moving is tough even on the best day. Never mind Christmas. Sarah, have you got your worst holiday experience?
It might be my sister's worst holiday experience, but it's because of me. So we celebrated Christmas at my grandparents' house in the Valley in Nova Scotia. There's only one valley, so you can say that.
Yeah.
And she really wanted to know what our parents got her for Christmas. And for some reason, I knew.
Okay.
And so it was the 80s, and I gave her a hint, and I said, it's blue with a white hat.
Uh-oh.
It was a Smurf.
It was a Smurf.
So she guessed immediately, and she was so mad at me for this. And it's funny because she doesn't remember it so much, but I can't forget it.
Because you were scarred.
Oh, she was so upset with me, and I felt terrible that I hadn't given a good hint.
Well, hold on a second. Should we talk about the psychology behind this? Because why did she ask if she didn't really want to know?
I'm going to ask her that when I get home.
Right? Do you want to send her a text?
Yes, right now.
I want to know. I mean, she was a kid, but maybe she thought she wanted to guess, but maybe I don't know, it was too easy, and now she knew, and it was spoiled.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apes, do you have a holiday that has gone awry?
I do. This was the worst, but then it became the best. So
Okay.
there is a happy ending. But my dad's from Trinidad, and he always wanted to go back to Trinidad for Christmas. He came to Canada when he was really young, met my mom, had me and my sister. So my parents surprised me and my sister on Christmas Eve that we were leaving to go to Trinidad Christmas morning. I'm 10 years old. I'm we're not having Christmas morning. So we thought it was the worst ever. Crying, going to the airport. We're so upset. But then when we got there, it was the coolest thing because we experience as Canadians snow for Christmas.
Yeah.
So being in Trinidad for Christmas was so much fun. There's no snow and it was hot. And it was with all my cousins and all my family, my grandma. It was probably the best Christmas I ever had.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's
nice.
beautiful. Yeah. Okay, Carson also has a festive fiasco. Carson, what happened to you?
Well, when you're bringing your partner or the person you're dating to go home for Christmas to meet your family for the very first time. So I brought my soon-to-be husband, Kevin, to Christmas, and he got pressured by my family to try my grandmother's homemade eggnog. Well, wouldn't you know it, he got food poisoning. So we spent all Christmas with him running back and forth to the toilet. I am taking down the ornaments. It was one to remember, but not for the good reason.
Was he like, I love you, but not your family, never again? Oh my goodness, that is great. Thank you for all of the incredible content on the show today. So fun. Our experts are the absolute best. Same with our viewers. We see you at home. We love that you're here to deck the halls with us, and the audience in-house, fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with us today, everyone. We've got another episode of Cityline tomorrow. We're going to keep it holiday. Stay safe. See you then.